Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth sincerity, Lord willing. This could be an edifying video and an exhorting video. And the title is going to be A Kingdom That Has No End. And I was meditating on this. I'm on my lunch break right now. I was meditating on this, before we came to lunch. Just thinking about different scriptures and how, the kingdom that we're getting ready to receive, which, is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, but in his kingdom, he's going to make every Israelite man a king and priest. So by default, it's our kingdom. But, I was just meditating how it's going to be a kingdom that has no end, like the angel told Mary. But before I grab that, I want to grab this in Hebrews. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. It says, "For we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." Now reading this in the NLT. "For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come." And that's the kingdom, man. See, when Yahweh Shai comes and saves the elect, as it tells us in 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, and so shall we ever be with our Lord. Therefore comfort one another with these words. Because once Yahweh Shai comes back and we know the events that's going to lead up to his second return. We don't know the exact day, hour, and second. But we know once the mark, the MOTB, is made mandatory, we're in full-blown World War III, the War of Armageddon. Which we're already in the third war, but, the MOTB has to come. The implantable device, you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it. That has to come before this war goes nuclear, which our Lord is going to come before the nukes hit Babylon the Great, so that he can save the elect. And from that moment forward, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're going to be with our Lord forever, man. And after a certain period of time, we're going to come down and fulfill Daniel, the 7th chapter, where it speaks about the saints shall take the earth and possess it forever, even forever. Because we're going to take the earth, man. It's going to be ripe for the taking. Revelation, the 21st chapter. He saw New Jerusalem coming down like a bride adorned for her husband, roughly paraphrasing. He was seeing the elect come down from the fathership to take the earth, man. Because, see, the kingdom is not going to just float down from the heavens and land on earth. No, the kingdom is going to be built through hardcore slavery, man. Let me go ahead and go airplane mode, because people love to call when I do videos. The kingdom is going to be built through hardcore slavery, man. You other nations is going to build our kingdom. It's going to build our city. This is what we got to come, and it's going to be forever. It's never going to end, man. Let me grab that, where the angel told Mary, of his kingdom there shall be no end. I believe it's Matthew, the 1st chapter. No, actually, I'm thinking about the one in Luke. Hold on. I thought it was in Matthew, but I'm pretty sure, yep. This is Luke chapter 1. Dang, I can't get the NLT now because had to go airplane mode. But this is Luke chapter 1, verse 33. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 31. I'll start at verse 30, and this is the angel Gabriel that came to the mother of our Lord, and Mary and Joseph had sex. There was no she had sex with an angel. Even Yahweh Shah said the angels don't engage in sexual activities. They're celestial beings, man. A spirit cannot have sex. Okay, but that's a topic for another day. You know, I ain't gonna try to make this video too long. There's plenty of scriptures that back up that they had sex. Okay, because how could he be of the seed and lineage of the house of David if they didn't have sex? But anyway, Luke chapter 1 verse 30. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with the Most High. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Yahawashai. And the angel tells her why she's going to call him that in Matthew, the 1st chapter. It says, For he shall save his people from their sins. His people are the Israelites, not the whole fucking world, man. Okay? Okay, so, yeah, reading on. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of his father David. Okay, because he was also King Solomon in the past life. It says, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever. The house of Jacob is all 12 tribes. And of his kingdom there shall be no end. You see that? Now it tells us in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, for all that is in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. But of Yahushai's kingdom, there will be a beginning, but there will be no end. So a kingdom with no end, man. That's what we're going to receive, brothers. We're never going to have to worry about, like right now. See, when you have sovereignty, your fear is losing power. And right now, the U.S. and Israel is trying to take out the Ayatollah, man. They want a regime change in Iran. A regime change means what? That current regime would no longer have power. Okay? We're not going to have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about, our enemies, plotting, hacking into our system and, doing cyber warfare, agents, undercover agents, spies, trying to get, close to us and take us out. Man, we ain't got to worry about none of that shit. Because we're going to literally be gods, man. Okay? We're going to be immortals. We're never going to die. We're never going to sin. We're never going to be afraid of our enemies, man. They're going to be under us forever, man. We're going to rule forever. An everlasting kingdom, man. Okay? Never going to have to wake up to an alarm clock. Never going to have to work for pennies on the dollar. Never going to have to worry about taxes, waiting a week or 2 weeks to get paid. Waiting, spitting game to a bitch. You doing all this texting and, you got to wait and see if she's... No, man, it's going back to how it was with Isaac and Rebecca. What happened when Isaac saw Rebecca? He grabbed her, he took her to that tent, and he popped her, man. I ain't spitting no fucking game. Going on 4 dates. This whole Babylon lifestyle, this shit is wicked, and it's gonna be a thing of the past. Okay, ain't gonna be no such thing as a fucking a single mother. Baby mama drama. all of our problems is gonna end here in Babylon, man. Once we receive this everlasting kingdom through our Lord Yahushua, which he promised he would give us, Lord willing, we endure and, overcome and endure to the end. He's going to give us power over the nations, man. We're literally going to be joint heirs with Yahushua. All right. This is Romans chapter 8. Salaki, I just got the hiccups out of nowhere. This Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And of children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. So we're going to be literally joint heirs with Yahushua, meaning whatever he gets, we're going to get. Now, of course, we know, he's the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Because there's going to be a ranking file in the kingdom. Okay, underneath Yahushua will be King David. On down to the rest of the 144,000. From the 144,000 is going to go down to the 1/3 men. On down to the rest of Israel. We're all going to be kings, man. And the women, every single Israelite woman will be a princess, man. Okay? They will be a princess. Not a queen. Because the word queen means whore. Okay? They will be a princess, man. Alright? So we're going to receive a body like Yahushua has. The scriptures back that up. Who shall change our vile body to his incorruptible body, something like that, 1 John the 3rd chapter, when we see him, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Yahushua has a new glorified, extraterrestrial, perfect, immortal, incorruptible body. He's already in the second covenant. And when I say extraterrestrial, that don't mean a big ass alien from Mars, man. That's the shit Esau push. Terrestrial just means of the flesh, of the earth. Extraterrestrial means we're going to be of the spirit. We're going to be like the angels, but in the flesh. So we're still going to do pleasures of the flesh. We're going to eat, drink, have sex. But we're going to be like the angels. We're going to have spiritual power. We're going to be perfect. We're never going to die. We're not going to feel pain, But read, knowing if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together, because we partake in Yahushua's sufferings. Goes into that in 1 Peter. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So the things we going through now, brothers, it's not even worthy to be compared with what we're going to receive through Yahushua, man. Lord willing, we of the elect. Okay, nothing we go through now can even come close to what we're going to receive. Okay? So, brothers, just stay strong, man. We almost home. We're at the end. Esau is done. Okay? Only thing left is for the Lord to just flip this shit upside down, man. Which these devils is plotting. Behind the scenes, they're already setting the stage for this false T attack, this false flag that they're going to use to justify to go to war with Iran and to cripple, which will cripple the economy so that they can transition everything to a digital system, which will lead to the MOTB, the mark of the CHIP. Okay, so this is all going to lead up to the kingdom that we're going to inherit through Yahushua that has no end. So stay strong, brothers. With that, I'm going to say shalom.